The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Ottumwa Bulldog basketball is coming your way on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM KBIZ. Now, let's get you to the court with the voice of your Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High basketball is on the air. Good evening, everybody, from Evans Middle School, the home of the Bulldogs. Jason Van Arkel reporting. Annie Argo is our on-site video producer. Carmen Pratt is our radio producer tonight, back at the KBIZ studios. It is the 2022-2023 season opener for your Ottumwa High girls basketball team as they take on the Fort Madison Bloodhounds from the Southeast Conference. Ottumwa last year went 6-17. Joe Vandenberg is now in his fourth season as head coach. 25-36 is his record. Of course, his first year he had that great class of seniors that made it to the regional semifinals and won an exciting playoff game. But it's been a rebuild for Ottumwa since then. And last year, with so many freshmen in the lineup, a lot of ups and downs last year. The freshman-heavy lineup matched the previous season's win total with 6, but also saw the season end on a 9-game losing streak, even though OHS played much better in a pair of top 10 rematches to close out the campaign, as their last 2 games were against Des Moines Roosevelt in the playoff game at West Des Moines Valley. Ottumwa did lose top scorer Addison Ransom to graduation, but the hope is that scoring will develop from the 8 sophomores that make up 2/3 of the roster, most of whom played significant minutes as freshmen. The Bulldogs also hope to get a full season out of senior point guard Olivia Corum, who missed most of last season with injury. The schedule for Ottumwa this year gets easier, at least on paper, with Ottumwa's move to the Iowa Alliance Conference, and this will be Ottumwa's first varsity basketball game as a member of that conference. Ottumwa only has 5 games against teams that are in the preseason rankings by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. They play Des Moines North and Des Moines Roosevelt twice each. Those two, I think, are 10 and 11 in the 5A rankings. And there's one matchup with Mason City, who is ranked in Class 4A, but nobody else ranked to begin the season on the Ottumwa schedule. The first check of the Bulldogs' progress comes tonight against a Fort Madison team they might have beaten last year if they'd had fewer turnovers. We'll talk about that a little bit later in our Bulldog pregame show. And if the Ottumwa Softs are ready for the next step forward, they have a real shot at starting 1-0. We're just getting our broadcast underway from our perch here at Evans Middle School. Right now we'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and take a look at a Fort Madison team that's dealing with something you really would hope no team would ever have to deal with, and it will be something that is at least somewhat of a factor in tonight's game, even though it's not something you wish it was. We'll talk about that after this 2-minute timeout on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people with goals, people who want to save more, people that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs opening the season for girls basketball at home, taking on Fort Madison. Now, a year ago, Fort Madison went 17-5 and finished second in the Southeast Conference. But tonight is very difficult for the entire Fort Madison family. Head coach Tony Sargent, who led the Bloodhounds to back-to-back 17-win seasons, plus a Southeast Conference title 2 years ago, died suddenly in August. His returning players face their first game without him tonight, and regardless of how tonight's game goes, our hearts certainly go out to everybody in the Fort Madison family after dealing with something certainly that you wish no one would ever have to deal with. Simply from an on-court perspective, Fort Madison has to replace Mallory Ross, who averaged 24 points a game, nearly half their scoring last season. Camille Cruz is the only senior on their roster, and she should move from the supporting role. She averaged almost 10 points a game last year. She should move into the starring role this year for the Bloodhounds. They have a few other players with some experience, but they also have 7 freshmen on the roster, which is very similar to what Ottumwa had a year ago. Now, under Sargent, Fort Madison always rebounded well, kept turnovers down, and forced a lot of steals, and they will try to maintain that style of play tonight. Got about 8 minutes left on the warm-up clock. Right now we'll take another 2-minute timeout here on the Bulldog pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at last year's meeting between Ottumwa and Fort Madison, which was in Fort Madison and the season opener a year ago. How did that go? We'll remind you in 2 minutes on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs and Fort Madison, the season opener for the Ottumwa girls tonight here at Evans Middle School. These two teams met in the season opener a year ago, and Fort Madison won on their home court 42-30. The Bloodhounds have been a frustrating opponent the past few seasons. In last year's opener, Ottumwa actually shot the ball better, 10 of 29 to Fort Madison's 8 of 38. The Bulldogs were also +1 in the rebounding department in this game a year ago. However, Ottumwa turned it over 37 times, 31 of which were Bloodhound steals. OHS was also just 9 of 23 at the free throw line, a problem that would last most of the season. Fort Madison went 23 of 32 from the charity stripe and ended up winning the game by 12. Taking care of the ball and making free throws is usually a winning combination. That was a lesson those OHS freshmen learned kind of the hard way last season. And again, the theme for this season is just how much have they improved, as the majority of this starting lineup will be sophomores. Although, again, having Olivia Coram back and having a senior point guard lead your team will certainly help as well after she missed most of the season. All right, another 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. We specialize in geriatrics, internal medicine, family practice, and we see patients of all ages. We have an entire pediatrics team ready to serve you year-round. We also have quick care walk-in available Monday through Friday from 7 to 5. From babies to grandparents and everything in between, we are here for you at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercy1.org.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Bulldog girls hosting Fort Madison in the season opener tonight. Here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bloodhounds. In the backcourt, 5'5" junior Igelin Jenkins, who averaged just over 3 points and just over 2 rebounds a year ago. Joining her, senior Molly Knipe, 5'7", 3.2 points, 4.7 rebounds last year. The third guard, 5'2" junior Ireland Sargent, 3.5 points and 6 rebounds a game. And then up front, their leading returning scorer, 5'7" senior Camille Cruz, 9.9 points, 6.1 rebounds per game. And the fifth starter, 5'8" junior Taylor Johnson, 1.8 points and 3 rebounds a game. None of these 7 freshmen on the Bloodhound roster are in their starting lineup. Those are the Bloodhounds. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. In the backcourt, 5'7" senior Olivia Coram, 1.5 points and 3 rebounds a game last year. Joining her, the girl who played point guard most of the year as a freshman, 5'6" sophomore now, Camden Krause, 5.8 points, 3.6 rebounds a game. At the third guard, 5'6" sophomore Maya Fuller, 2.6 points, 1.5 rebounds a game as a freshman a year ago. Fourth guard, 5'7" sophomore Briley Yeager, 2.5 points and just over 3 rebounds a game. And in the post for Ottumwa, 5'8" sophomore Nellie Morgan, 4 points and 4.8 rebounds per game 1 year ago. Looks like we will have team introductions before we have the national anthem tonight, so we're not going to take a break here just yet. But we should point out as we await the on-court announcements that there's something new here at Evans Middle School this year, and indeed in every high school gym in the state of Iowa. Above each backboard are shot clocks. And that was approved last school year by the Girls Union and the Iowa High School Athletic Association. 35-second shot clocks, and this will be the first time that Ottumwa and Fort Madison will play an official game with the shot clocks. Now, if you've been listening to my broadcasts over the past decade, you know I've spent a fair amount of time championing a shot clock for Iowa high school basketball. Not that I had anything to do with it, nobody was listening to me, but other factors have brought the shot clock into play. In all honesty, the effect on most games will be pretty minimal, but it will eliminate that occasional game where a team would hold the ball for minutes at a time without shooting. Teams with strong defenses could see a boost if they have the ability to force opponents into panicked late shot clock situations. Now, there will be a few kinks as schools get used to running the shot clock in games, but overall, it should be a welcome addition to the game. Former Ottumwa boys basketball coach Chris Gravitt is the shot clock operator tonight, so I'd say it's in pretty good hands. Bloodhounds have black road jerseys, red trim on the collar and shoulders, red lettering trimmed in white for Madison across the front, red numbers trimmed in white front and back, black shorts with red trim, and diagonal red and black striping down the sides of the jerseys and shorts. Ottumwa new home white jerseys, red trim on the collar and shoulders, script red lettering Bulldogs across the front, red numbers front and back, white shorts with red trim. We'll take a 90-second break, 90 seconds for the national anthem. We're back with the opening tip on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, live video stream, the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Ready to tip it off. Your Ottumwa girls in Fort Madison. Maya Fuller will jump it up for Ottumwa. Taylor Johnson for the Bloodhounds, who control the opening tip. And they move left to right here in the opening half. Ottumwa picks up man-to-man. Ball goes underneath quickly. Turnaround off the glass. Good, and a foul. As Ottumwa kind of got lost defensively, and Molly Knipe got open underneath the hoop, laid it in. And Nellie Morgan picks up an early foul. Knipe averaged just over 3 points a game a year ago. Was only 40% from the free throw line, but she knocks that down, and it's quickly for Madison 3, Ottumwa nothing. Camden Krause will bring it into the front court, the sophomore point guard for OHS. Really got 2 point guards on the floor with Olivia Corum out there. Fort Madison's in a 2-3 zone. Ball goes to Briley Yeager, now up top to Corum. Corum to the right, hands off to Maya Fuller. Fuller really came on in the second half last year. Round a pick. Kicks it left wing to Krause. Krause into the lane, out to Fuller right wing. Looks for a backdoor to Yeager, not there. Now drives in, cut off, knocked away, got it up top to Krause. Camden down the lane, kicked to the baseline. Morgan, shot fake, up top to Morgan. Top of the key three, back iron no. With 4 on the shot clock, long rebound goes out of bounds. Fort Madison gets it back, leading 3-0. Opening minute of the season. Camille Cruz into the front court, their leading returning scorer. Go right side to Ajalyn Jenkins. Jenkins around a pick, Bulldogs switch. Coach Vandenberg telling me they'll switch every pick tonight. Backing down and now kicking it out was Johnson. Back to Jenkins in the lane, and a blocking foul going to be called on Ottumwa on the floor. And that'll be on Camden Krause, her first, team foul number 2. Ajalyn Jenkins will inbound from the baseline. Didn't go right corner, and now gets it down on the block to Sargent. And kick it out to Jenkins, but a travel is called, and Fort Madison turns it over. 6:55 opening quarter. The Dog Pound's full of Bulldog students tonight. A lot of them, the Ottumwa boys basketball team, who open up early next month. Fuller right wing. Up top for Yeager. Riley drives right to the baseline, Morgan. Out to the wing for Fuller. One dribble, pull-up jump shot was blocked, but tips it to Corum. Back to Fuller right side. Maya, one dribble in, up top to Krause. Krause dribbles down the right side and lost it, but a foul on the floor. Are they calling offensive foul on Krause, who was falling down? And that's the second foul on Krause. Wow. Well, she was getting all sorts of contact coming down the lane, but as she stumbles, she gets called for sticking an arm out. And that'll send Camden to the bench early in this game and bring in 5'5" sophomore Riley Heinbaugh to replace her. Now Fort Madison into the front court. Over to the right side is Cruz. Around a pick, spins outside the lane, puts up a tough jumper. That was blocked by Heinbaugh, but then the rebound is picked up and a foul underneath on the shot. And that foul is on Heinbaugh, her first, already the 4th team foul on Ottumwa. And at the line shooting 2 is Taylor Johnson. First one is in and out, no good. Johnson was only 41% from the line a year ago. Still 3-0 Fort Madison, 6:13 opening quarter. And if Johnson makes a second free throw, we'll see the first of the Fort Madison freshmen. Free throw good, 4-0. Johnson will check out, and checking in is Dayana Davis, a 5'7" freshman. Almost 2 minutes into the opening quarter, Ottumwa has yet to score. They trail 4-0. Yeager around to pick up top, all the way down the right side of the lane, off the glass, little short rebound, pulled down underneath by Davis, but then she traveled with it, and Ottumwa gets it back on the second Fort Madison turnover. Corum will inbound from the baseline. Surveys, goes into the corner for Morgan, to the wing Yeager. Back to the corner, Corum got an open look at a 3, little too strong, rebound on the weak side to Cruz. Fort Madison wants to run. Up the left side, now between the circles. Cruz over to the right. Fakes a handoff, keeps her dribble. Hesitation, down to the baseline, up and under move, got it to roll. Camille Cruz all the way to the hoop. 6-0 Bloodhounds. Yeager into the front court for Ottumwa. Around a pick to the right. Falls down, both players fell down. Yeager grabs a loose ball. She was still dribbling when she fell, no travel. Then she's tied up. The arrow keeps it with Ottumwa. 2 subs coming in for the Bulldogs. Cameron Pauls, a 5'5" sophomore, and Hunter Caldwell, a 5'9" sophomore, checking out are Corum and Morgan. Yeager inbounds it high on the right to Maya Fuller. Fuller left-handed dribble. Kick it left side. Heinbaugh got around her defender into the lane, off the glass and good, and Riley Heinbaugh has Ottumwa on the board this season. 6-2. Back the other way is Cruz for Madison. Throw it left side for Sargent. Ireland Sargent, left side of the lane, runs into Caldwell and lost her dribble out of bounds. Substitution, Taylor Johnson back in for Madison, replacing the freshman Davis. 5:03 mark opening quarter. Ottumwa down 6-2, but they've forced some early turnovers here. Just have to get the offense going a little bit. It'll be Yeager into the front court, right through that midcourt circle. Goes around a Caldwell pick left side, kick it on the wing to Heinbaugh, penetrates. Had it poked out of her hand and out of bounds. It'll stay with Ottumwa. Yeager wasn't sure, was going after it, but didn't touch it. Coach Vandenberg calls out the inbounds play from the bench. Riley to throw it. Yeager looks, goes right corner for Fuller, looking underneath, nothing there. Throw it up top, nearly lost, but recovered in midcourt by Pauls. Now gets it to the center for Heinbaugh. Drives in, kick to the corner for Yeager. Yeager pulls up outside the lane. Her pass too low for Heinbaugh, but it bounces right back to Briley. Now Yeager dribbles free throw line. Kick it out to Cameron Pauls. Pauls left side to Heinbaugh. 4 on the shot clock. Shot off the glass and good from 17 feet for Riley Heinbaugh. She's got 4 straight points, and Ottumwa's within 2, 6-4. I keep remembering right near the end of a shot clock that we have a shot clock. Haven't had a violation yet. Ottumwa did not have a violation in its scrimmage against Knoxville last week either. In the lane, turnaround, wild shot by Cruz, no good, and Caldwell's got the rebound and got fouled trying to get it out of there, and that was about the 3rd contact before they finally called the foul. That's on Ireland Sargent, first of the game on the Bloodhounds. They've already called 4 on Ottumwa. Now the Bulldogs will inbound in the backcourt on the far side. Fort Madison shows a little bit of pressure, but they get it in to the Bulldogs to Yeager. Yeager being hounded by Sargent, dribbles around her and had it knocked away midcourt, but gets it back. Now looks for a backdoor, not there. Throw it left side for Caldwell. Caldwell penetrates, gets around her defender, cut off, tried to bounce it down the baseline and threw it out of bounds. Thought maybe that was deflected, but no, says the official. 3:52 opening quarter, still 6-4 in favor of Fort Madison. But Ottumwa has scored the last 4. Cruz through the midcourt circle, throw it left side for Jenkins. Jenkins brings it back up top, back to the left side for Knipe. Down the left side of the lane, reverse pivot, tries to go up and under. That's, oh, they call a foul. That looked like a oh, they're going to say a shooting foul too. I'm not even going to get through the first quarter without having an official's complaint. She traveled before there was any contact, and they end up giving her a shooting foul. First foul on Cameron Pauls. Team foul number 5 on Ottumwa already. First free throw, no good. Ball don't lie. Knipe now 1 for 2 from the line. One more free throw for one of the 2 seniors on this Fort Madison roster. Knipe's second one rattles around and goes down. Friendly rim there, and it's 7-4. Bloodhounds thought about showing some press, and now Ottumwa gets it ahead. Heinbaugh into the corner for Pauls, try to lob it back underneath, and Fort Madison knocked it out of bounds. Ottumwa got a little sped up there, but they'll keep the ball. Yeager inbound from the baseline, goes in the corner for Heinbaugh, left wing for Fuller, skip it right wing to Pauls, to the left corner for Yeager. Yeager dribbles in the lane, pull-up jumper, no. Rebound was knocked out of the hands of Hunter Caldwell, and that is a foul on Fort Madison. We'll see who it's on there. That'll be on Taylor Johnson, her first, team foul number 2. Olivia Coram back into the game, replacing Cameron Pauls. And Fort Madison will bring in 5'11" freshman Hallie Menke. And Menke will replace Taylor Johnson. Inbounds goes to the left corner for Fuller. Kicks it out to the wing for Coram. Left side now to Heinbaugh. Back up top for Fuller, now between the circles to Heinbaugh, left wing for Yeager. Still a 2-3 zone for Fort Madison. Back up top, Coram to the high post for Fuller, triple teamed, and got called for a travel even though the ball got knocked loose. Boy, Fort Madison is so handsy, and we've had this similar situation the last few years. They don't mind picking up a few fouls because they don't think the refs will call anything. And honestly, the refs have called more on Ottumwa tonight. 5 fouls to 2 so far. Left side down to the baseline is Cruz. Had to throw it up top to Jenkins. Tries the top of the key 3. Got it. Jenkins is only 15% from three-point range last year, but she hits 1, and Fort Madison's back up by 6. It's 10-4. Heinbaugh, her pass knocked away at midcourt and stolen by Sargent. Sargent goes down against Heinbaugh, collision in the lane, and an offensive foul is the call as Heinbaugh draws the charge. And Sargent just picked up her second foul. Team foul number 3 on Fort Madison. 2:18 first quarter, Ottumwa down 6. Inbound to Yeager. Long pass into the front court for Coram. Olivia goes right side for Fuller. Looking underneath for Caldwell, it's not there. Now Maya drives in and gets called, or her defender gets called for a bump. And that's on Jenkins, her first, team foul number 4. Subs for both teams. Nellie Morgan back in for Ottumwa. Let's see who and Dayana Davis came back in for Fort Madison. Ottumwa inbounding from the far side. Corum gets it into Yeager. She's double teamed up against the sideline, but dribbles out of it down to the baseline. Under the hoop, reverse layup, couldn't get it to go. And the rebound to Knipe. Here comes Fort Madison. Cruz into the front court. Around a pick, right side to Jenkins. Into the corner, Davis. Dribbles back out to the wing. Turns around, guarded closely by Heinbaugh. Hand off to Cruz. Over to the right side. Lob underneath for Knipe, backing down, pivots. Picked up her dribble, though. Gets it up top for Davis. 15 on the shot clock. Davis around a pick to the right side. Down to 10. Guarded closely by Yeager. Goes around a pick. They switch. Long three on the way by Cruz is an air ball, and it's caught by Heinbaugh. And the dog pound might have caused her to shoot that early. They were doing an early countdown on the shot clock. There's a new tactic for fans. Heinbaugh to the baseline, Morgan. Skip it up top. Yeager, tough catch, knocked away. Saved it to Morgan as Yeager went sprawling out of bounds. Throw it right side to Fuller. In the corner, Corum. 18 on the shot clock. Minute 6 in the quarter. Fuller checks the clock. Skip it left wing to Heinbaugh. Up top for Yeager. 10 on the shot clock. Briley back out to Fuller. Down to 6. Ottumwa's got to go. Down to 4. Underneath, and a reach-in foul committed by Fort Madison when there was only 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and that'll be on their freshman post player, Menke, her first, team foul number 5. So Ottumwa will inbound with a fresh shot clock, 52 seconds left in the quarter. Into the corner, Fuller, a 3 on the way. Back iron, no. Rebound to Knipe. Gets it to Cruz. Long pass up ahead to Davis in the front court right side. Gives it back to Cruz. Good job by Ottumwa getting back. About 10 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock, but that'll go away as on a Cruz drive, Ottumwa was called for a foul, and Heinbaugh just got her second, team foul number 6. And that'll send Heinbaugh to the bench. Remember, she came in because Kraus was called for 2 quick fouls. Now Heinbaugh has 2, and Cameron Pauls is back in the game. There's a 2.5 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inbound to Cruz, underneath to Jenkins, turnaround up and under move, and the layup rolls off, no good. Rebound tapped out and run down in front of the Ottumwa bench by Morgan. Ottumwa can hold for 1 here. Shot clock is off. 24 seconds. Yeager is going to drive, kick to the corner for Corum, up top to Fuller. Fuller looks for a cutter, and Coach Vandenberg says back it out. Fuller backs away to avoid the 5-second count, gets it to Yeager, 10 seconds. Yeager around to pick, down the lane, put up a tough runner from 15 feet, no good. Rebound tapped out. Morgan's got it, 2 seconds. Corum, the jumper, in and out, no good at the buzzer. Ottumwa down 10-4. We're back in 1 minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new Bowler Entertainment System.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the second quarter. Fort Madison with the ball, leading your Ottumwa girls 10-4 in the season opener. Igelin Jenkins. Now they get it up top to the freshman Davis. Guarded by Camden Kraus, who's back in with 2 fouls. Davis drives right side, cut off, pass into the lane though, picked up by Johnson. Right-handed layup, no good. Rebound batted around. Knipe has it, put back, no good. Rebound Nellie Morgan. Here comes Ottumwa down 6, but with the ball. Riley Yeager between the circles. Left side for Kraus, into the corner Fuller. Guarded by Jenkins. Fuller now a baseline drive, got around Jenkins, cut off underneath, and her pass over the top knocked away, stolen by Cruz. Camille Cruz into the front court. Gets around Corum into the lane, puts up a floater, no, but a blocking foul called on Ottumwa. I think they're going to get Nellie Morgan for her second. If Morgan just stands her ground and doesn't turn, she might draw a charge, but she got turned sideways. So Morgan has 2, Kraus has 2, Heinbaugh has 2, and the first free throw by Camille Cruz is no good. 68% last year, missed her first one this year. 7:12 on the clock, second quarter. Second free throw, good. 3 points for Cruz, and Fort Madison has its biggest lead so far, 11-4. Kraus into the front court. Goes right side for Fuller. Maya surveys. Fort Madison's gone man-to-man here. Ball goes up top to Yeager. Shot fake and a drive and a kick out to Kraus. Kraus left side, drives into the lane. Runner blocked, but a foul called, and Camden Kraus will shoot 2. And that'll be the second foul on Taylor Johnson, and now 2 Bloodhounds have 2 fouls each. Kraus at the line 45% last year as a freshman, hoping to improve on that big time this year. First one is up, and a little too strong. Hallie Menke will check back in, the 5'11" freshman for the Bloodhounds. 6:53, second quarter. One more free throw here for Camden Kraus. Puts it up and missed it. And I believe they say the free throw didn't draw iron. I don't know about that. I thought it kind of nicked the side of the iron. They didn't call a foul on the rebound. Before Madison went inbound, and someone's going to set up a little zone pressure here. 1-2-2. Left side, Jenkins. To the center, Knipe. Right side for Cruz. Skip it left side into the front court for Jenkins. Dribbles between the circles, nearly lost it. Boy, that looked like a double dribble, but got it back to Cruz. Now to the elbow for Knipe. Back to Cruz, trying to cut down the lane, but cut off nicely by Yeager. Now she drives again, runs in to Yeager. That's an offensive foul. Briley Yeager draws the charge. Second charge drawn by Ottumwa tonight. Camille Cruz gets her first. Team foul number 7 on the Bloodhounds. No free throws on a player control foul. So Ottumwa will inbound from the baseline. It'll be Camden Kraus into the front court, picked up by Camille Cruz. Cruz guarding Kraus. Around a pick to the right side. That's going to be an illegal screen. Nellie Morgan leaned her hip in, and Morgan just picked up her 3rd foul. Team foul number 8 on Ottumwa, and that's going to get Hunter Caldwell back into the game. .6:22 second quarter. Ottumwa still down 11-4. All the Bulldogs have so far is 2 buckets by Riley Heinbaugh. Davis around to pick up top, throws it left side for Jenkins. Jenkins around to pick, back right side to Davis. Davis lobs down low for Knipe. Up and under move, cut off nicely by Yeager. Throw back up top for Cruz. Left side for Jenkins. Back to Cruz between the circles. Back to the wing for Jenkins. Pulled up at the free throw line. Back up top, and the ball was kicked by Camden Kraus. 10 on the shot clock. 5:56 on the game clock. Second quarter. Ottumwa still down 11-4. Camille Cruz will throw the inbounds pass. Fuller will contest. A lob tipped away by Yeager and stolen by Fuller. Bulldogs want to run, although Fuller had trouble controlling it. Now pulls up left wing, up top to Corum. Right wing, Yeager. Down to the corner for Kraus. Fort Madison right now in a man-to-man. They've been switching up defenses at times tonight. Over to Fuller on the right wing. Fuller around to Caldwell pick. Pull-up jumper, top of the key, long 2, no good. Rebound to Caldwell underneath and got fouled. Will they say shooting? No, they say it's on the floor, but it is a 1-and-1. That foul on Deanna Davis, the freshman, her first. Team foul number 8 on the Bloodhounds. Hunter Caldwell at the line, 55% on the season a year ago as a freshman. First one here. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound to Cruz, or to Knipe, who gets it to Cruz. Quickly up ahead to Davis. Tom was 0 for 3 from the line tonight. Pull-up 3 by Cruz is off the rim, no good, and the rebound saved from going out of bounds twice by Fort Madison, but Ottumwa picks it up. Yeager's 1-on-2, right side, pulled up, turnaround jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, Yeager got it back, kick it out on the wing to Kraus, shot fake, cut off, Throw it back out to Corum. Left side for Fuller. In the corner, Yeager for three. That one's off, no good. Came off her hand funny. Rebound to Jenkins. Boy, Ottumwa can't get the lid off the basket here. That ball on the initial shot went all the way around and out. Jenkins, left side for Cruz. Around a pick. Pull up free throw line jumper and left that one short off the rim. The long rebound goes out of bounds untouched on the far side. 4:44 second quarter. Ottumwa still down 11-4. Haven't had any scoring in a little while. Riley Heinbaugh back in to replace Yeager. Heinbaugh's got to be careful playing with 2 fouls. So Riley gets it in to Camden, and Krause will bring it across the timeline. Picked up at the volleyball line by Cruz. Camden to the right, hands off to Heinbaugh. Up top for Fuller, left side Corum. Corum looks for a cutter, it's not there. Back up top for Fuller. Fuller drives in the lane, kick to the corner. Corum to the wing, Corum for three, off the rim no, rebound to Cruz. Ottumwa one and done. Cruz up the right side into the front court. Trying to get around Corum into the lane, and a blocking foul is called on Caldwell. She tried to get there to draw the charge, but they'll call the block, and Cruz will shoot two. First one on Caldwell, team foul number 9 on Ottumwa. Still 4:09 to go until halftime. Cruz 1 for 2 at the line tonight, has 3 points. Right-handed shooting senior puts the first one up and gets it to go, 12-4. Hadley Wolf, a 5'5" freshman, will check in to replace Jenkins for Madison. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. Second free throw short, and the rebound tapped out and then controlled by Krause. Ottumwa down 12-4. Fuller right side. Pull-up jumper, long two, left it short. Rebound deflected on the floor. Cruz has it. Here comes Fort Madison. Up the left side. Cruz hesitates, hands it back to Knipe. Knipe drives left, goes on the wing for Wolf. Passes back out to Knipe on the wing. Lob up top for Cruz. Cruz around a pick, pulls up at the top of the key. Lob underneath to Knipe, layup no. Rebound underneath the Heinbaugh. Boy, she is an excellent rebounder for a 5'5" guard. Her pass up ahead to Krause is knocked out of bounds by Davis into the Fort Madison bench. Briley Yeager comes back in for Ottumwa to give Maya Fuller a rest. 3:34 to go until halftime. Ottumwa down 12-4. Heinbaugh trying to get it in. Gets it to Corum left wing. Corum guarded by the tall freshman, Menke. To Yeager, back to Corum up top. Over to the right. Caldwell got around her defender, then lost it going up, recovers it outside the lane. Throw it up top for Krause. Krause in the lane, little runner off the glass, no. Got her own rebound, brought it back out to Yeager left wing. Briley into the lane, pull-up jumper, 8 feet good. Briley Yeager has her first bucket. Ottumwa breaks a long scoring drought, 12-6, timeout for Madison. 3:08 to go, we're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you this season by Bridge City Realty. Whether you're looking to buy your next home or sell your current property, they'll be with you every step of the way. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's trusted experts. Fort Madison 12, Ottumwa 6. Fort Madison's coaching staff not happy in that timeout about Ottumwa getting a couple of second and third chances on that last possession. Now Fort Madison into the front court. Throw it right side for Davis. Davis up top for Cruz at the volleyball line. Back to Davis in the right wing. Ottumwa's gone to a zone here. Underneath the Knipe, kick it out to Cruz. She'll launch a three. Too strong. Long rebound pulled in by Yeager. Ottumwa trying to cut into the 6-point deficit. Yeager Down the right side of the lane, lost it, and it's picked up by the freshman Menke. Had some momentum going, just didn't control the ball. Now Cruz between the circles, right side to Davis. Throw it back to Cruz, up high at the volleyball line. Back to Davis, right side. Lob it down for Knipe on the block. Forced the shot, no good, but the air ball was rebounded by Menke. And then a rebounding foul on the floor called on Ottumwa. They're going to get Hunter Caldwell for her second. Team foul number 10, so Fort Madison shooting 2 the rest of the half. Hallie Menke, the freshman, her first varsity free throw was good, left-handed shooter. 13-6 the score. Jenkins back in for Fort Madison. Fuller back in for Ottumwa, and Coach Vandenberg wants a timeout for OHS. Down 13-6, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you by Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. 2:22 to go until halftime. Game 1 of the season for the Ottumwa girls, trailing at home against Fort Madison right now 13-6. Bloodhound freshman Hallie Menke at the line to shoot one more free throw, made her first. Trying to restore the Bloodhounds' 8-point lead. That's been their biggest of the night so far. The free throw no good, and the rebound controlled by Yeager. So still 13-6. And Briley back into the front court. Throw it left side for Heinball. To the wing on the dribble, now backs away. Fort Madison, it is man-to-man. It had a zone look there for a moment. Kraus right side to the corner, Fuller. Fuller, a baseline drive, pull-up jumper, a little short, and the rebound to Menke. I thought maybe she got tapped from behind there, but no call. Jenkins backs it out on the left wing, now attacks top of the key. Goes right side for Davis. Down to the base on a drive, cut off nicely by Fuller. Lob it back to the wing for Knipe. Molly Knipe to the free throw line, down the lane, left-handed runner, no, rebound to Yeager. Minute 37 to go until left. Long pass up ahead, Heinball able to control it in the corner, kick it back to Corum on the wing. Up top to Yeager, top of the key, 3, in and out, no good. That ball was halfway down. Come on, loosen the rims for the home team. Jenkins, right side dribble all the way to the rim, too strong, rebound to Heinball. Turned into a track meet here, long pass up ahead to Fuller, left side. Pulls up in the wing, gets it back to Riley Heinball. Now back to Fuller in the corner. Underneath for Yeager. Against the big girl. Turn around in the lane, shot blocked, rebound to Knipe. Now Camille Cruz into the front court left side. Spins around Kraus down the lane, put up a tough runner. No, Menke the rebound. Shot blocked, but a foul, and Kraus is saying, what did I do, or is it on Yeager? They get it on Yeager. And that'll be the first one on Briley. 2 shots coming up for Hallie Menke, who was 1 for 2 on her first trip. 57.4 seconds remaining in the first half. First free throw, too strong. Substitution here for Fort Madison. First time we'll see 5'6" freshman Dynasty Bell. She replaces Molly Knipe. One more free throw here for Menke. No good, missed them both. Rebound to Fuller. Fuller up ahead quickly to Kraus left side. Kraus down the lane, put up a tough runner, drew a foul. Say it's on the floor, so it's a 1-and-1. And that one is on Camille Cruz, and that's her second. Team foul number 9, so Kraus at the line, shooting a 1-and-1, 0 for 2 so far tonight from the line. First one here for the sophomore, got the roll, her first point of the season, 13-7. Cameron Pauls will check in if Kraus makes the second. They want to get Camden out of the game with under a minute to go until the half if they can. Second one, though, no good, and the rebound Yeager knocked it away from Davis, but it's recovered by Bell. And now Jenkins through the midcourt circle for Madison. Dribbles right side, puts up a tough runner outside the lane. No, rebound to Kraus. Tumble within 6. Kraus skip pass left side, knocked away and stolen by Jenkins. Boy, it looked like she dribbled it out of bounds, but no call. Now she gets it ahead to Cruz, who's into the front court left side. About a 1.5 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cruz picked up her dribble way up high, and now a tough pass is rescued by Bell on the right wing. Back to Cruz, dribbles right side to the elbow right side for Bell. Now into Cruz, drives in the lane, got the layup to go. A lot of contact in there. Yeager thought she'd drawn a charge, no call, shot good. 15-7, 5 seconds to go in the half. Throw right side, Yeager, long three, no good as time expires, or did it? No, the half is not over. The ball landed out of bounds. The whistle blew. The clock expired, but they're going to put half a second back on the clock. For Madison, would have to go the length of the floor in half a second to add to their lead here. They'll throw a baseball pass, no good. And 15 to, and then the clock didn't run, but it should have. And that's the end of the half. 15-7 our score at the half. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and bring you the halftime show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
are at halftime. Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Game 1 of the 2022-2023 season for your Ottumwa girls. A low-scoring one. Bulldogs trail for Madison at the half, 15-7. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by Sonic Drive-In on North 63 in Ottumwa. For the Bulldogs, obviously not a lot to talk about in the scoring column. Riley Heinbaugh leads Ottumwa with 4 points. Briley Yeager has 2 and Camden Krause has 1. Ottumwa hasn't shot the ball well tonight, and they're only 1 of 5 from the free throw line. The turnovers are still an issue, though it's not like it was last year. They're a lot better than they were in the opener last year, but they've got to find some more open shots, and they've got to just kind of find the range a little bit. And then they had some bad luck in the second half. About 3 shots were in and out. If those balls drop, it's a different story. But Ottumwa still within striking distance, only down 8 if they can find some offensive rhythm. For Madison, they're being led by Camille Cruz, who has 6 points. Molly Knipe has 4. Ijalyn Jenkins has 3. 1 point for Taylor Johnson and 1 point for Hallie Menke. For Madison, also struggling from the free throw line, they were 6 of 13, so they missed more than they made. And foul trouble is an issue for both teams. There were a lot of fouls called early against Ottumwa, and then the officials kind of caught for Madison up to it. Nellie Morgan, Ottumwa's starting post player, has 3 fouls. Riley Heinbaugh, Hunter Caldwell, and Camden Krause all have 2 fouls each. For Madison, Camille Cruz, Taylor Johnson, Ireland Sargent, all 3 starters, and they all have 2 fouls each. And so foul trouble may become a big issue for both teams in the second half. But right now, Ottumwa down 15-7, and hopefully Coach Vandenberg in the locker room is reminding his kids, hey, you're within 8. You have 1 hot streak offensively. You'll be right back in this game. They've just got to hit some shots with confidence. This game would be different right now if that top of the key open 3 by Briley Yeager late in the half had gone down. It was halfway down and it rattled out. I was ready to count it, but it didn't quite happen. So Ottumwa was going to have to find its shooting stroke if they want to start the season 1-0. Bulldog basketball this season brought to you by William Penn University and their Iowa Pride Scholarship, which is geared towards high school seniors. Learn how you can pay $7,000 or less per year. Visit wmpenn.edu/Iowa Pride to find out more. By Reflection Studio next to New Cara Pharmacy in downtown Ottumwa. Looking good doesn't happen by chance. It happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. And by Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Ottumwa's favorite place to eat. Dogs down 8 at recess. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and get you the second half on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa! Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced, professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Ottumwa High girls basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Evans Middle School. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carmen Pratt, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa did not hit a three-pointer in the first half, although Briley Yeager had one go halfway down and out. When Ottumwa does hit a three-pointer, it's brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Bulldogs will have the ball to begin the third quarter, moving left to right as we look at it here from our perch high atop the Evans Middle School gym. Riley Yeager, Camden Kraus, Maya Fuller, Nellie Morgan, Olivia Corum, the five starters on the floor for Ottumwa. Same for Fort Madison, their five starters back out there. And they're back in a 2-3 zone. Up top is Kraus, around a Morgan pick to the right, to the wing Fuller. Down underneath and intended for Morgan, but knocked away and stolen by Fort Madison. Ireland Sargent will bring it into the front court, throw it right side for Igelin Jenkins. Jenkins around a pick, up top, left side Taylor Johnson. Johnson guarded closely by Yeager, picked up her dribble, hands it behind her to Sargent. Sargent down the lane, lobs it to the baseline. Knipe, a shot fake and a drive off the glass, too strong. Battle for the rebound, and we'll get a held ball. And it'll stay with Fort Madison, 7:20 to go third quarter. Jenkins will inbound from the baseline. Looking, got it underneath to Knipe, put it off the glass and good. Ottumwa lost her underneath, and Knipe has 6 points. Biggest lead for Fort Madison. They're up 10 now, 17-7. Ball goes right side to Yeager. Underneath to Fuller. Skip it left wing for Kraus, has to rescue it. 1 minute gone, third quarter. Corum right side to Yeager, down to the baseline Morgan. Lob to the elbow for Fuller right side. Back to Morgan in the corner to the wing Yeager. Riley drives in, back to the corner Morgan, to the wing Fuller again. Fuller dribbles, gets it to Corum, swing to left side for Kraus. Kraus back up top to Corum, 3 on the shot clock, 3 on the way, too strong. Kraus the rebound underneath, the putback no, but she's fouled and Camden Kraus will shoot 2. That foul is on Knipe, her first. First of the half on either team. Kraus's free throw is good, her second point of the night. 17-8. One more free throw for the sophomore point guard. Puts it up and got the roll. 17-9. It's almost back within 8. Little 1-2-2 press. On the right side, Jenkins in the backcourt. Skip it left side for Cruz. Back across the timeline, right side for Jenkins. Now back up top to Cruz between the circles. Left side for Sargent. Sargent around a pick, down the lane, kicks it back out to Knipe on the little pick and roll, but her layup too strong, and the rebound to Yeager. And Yeager fouled on a reach-in by Taylor Johnson, and that'll be the third on the junior starter. Team foul number 2. They've got an extra foul in the Fort Madison column. They need to fix that on the scoreboards. Someone down 8 with the ball. Just need one offensive surge here, one run, and you're right back in this game. Left wing for Kraus. Skip it right side for Fuller. Open for a 3, too strong. And the rebound to Cruz. Long pass into the front court. Sargent got behind everybody. Fouled hard on the layup as Yeager stumbled into her. Briley picks up her second. First foul of the half on Ottumwa. They have fixed the foul column on the scoreboard for Fort Madison. And Ireland Sargent will shoot 2. She was only 35% from the line a year ago. This will be her first free throw tonight. It's up and off the rim, no good. 5:46 to go, third quarter. One more free throw for Sargent. And that one goes, her first point of the night. 18-9. Krause back into the front court. Camden. Right side for Fuller. Down to the baseline, Morgan. Back to Yeager, right wing. Up top to Corum. Left wing, Krause. She'll try a 3. Banked it in. Count it. Camden Krause with the three-pointer, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Bulldogs needed that, back within 6, 18-12. Left side is Sargent. Around to pick. Could have called an illegal screen. Now to Knipe. Right side to Jenkins. Shuffled her feet, got away with it. Left side for Sargent. Sargent drives in. Runner in the lane. Whistle. A blocking foul in the bucket will count, and Nellie Morgan just got her 4th foul. Well, this is not how Nellie envisioned the first game of her sophomore year going. Had a very solid freshman year, but that's 4 fouls. And she'll check out. Hunter Caldwell will check back in, and we'll see how long Nellie will have to sit. Sargent at the line trying to complete the three-point play. Missed the free throw, though, and the rebound is run down, though, by Fort Madison's Johnson, and then Yeager couldn't slow her momentum down and ran into her from behind, and Briley Yeager just got her 3rd. Team foul number 3 in Ottumwa. And that'll get Riley Heinbaugh off the bench. They nearly started play before she could check in, but the official closest to the scorer's table was throwing the inbounds ball to Cruz. Didn't see her, but the other official stopped play, and Heinbaugh comes in to replace Yeager. Lob it right side for Sargent all the way across the court. Now skip it back left side, and Corum picks off the pass. Olivia up ahead to Heinbaugh, to Krause. Backs it out on the left wing. Back up top, Corum. Krause asking for it. Shot fake, drives in, runner off the backboard, no good. Got her own rebound, put back off the rim. Corum got that rebound, and that put back doesn't go. But then Caldwell had her hand on the rebound and a foul on Fort Madison. And if that's 21, that'd be the 3rd on Camille Cruz. It is. Inbound to the left corner to Corum, quickly to the wing Fuller. Right side to Heinbaugh. To the right corner for Krause, the 3 not there. Camden goes down to the baseline for Caldwell. Drive in, kick it up top. Fuller for 3. Back iron, no. Rebound, Johnson had it, lost it, but Knipe gets the loose ball. Up ahead to Cruz, left side into the front court. Around Caldwell, down the lane. Ran over Krause, and that's an offensive foul, and Camden Krause was fully set that time, no doubt about that one. And Camille Cruz, their best returning player, just got her 4th foul. Team foul number 4 on Fort Madison. Cruz will sit. Into the game is Dayana Davis. 4:17 to go. So each team now has a starter with 4 fouls. It's almost still down 8, 20-12. Again, go on a run here, you're right back in this game. Left side to Corum up high. Down to the baseline, Caldwell. Back to Corum. Skip it right side for Krause. Baseline drive, jump stop. In the lane to Heinbaugh, out on the wing to Fuller. Skip it left side to Corum. Olivia dribbles up top, right side now to Krause. 3 on the way, off the rim, no. And the rebound to Knipe, who's gotten a ton of rebounds tonight. Up ahead to Sargent. Into the front court left side, now brings it up top. Spins down the lane, kicks it on the wing. Knipe's gonna try a 3. Off the rim, top of the backboard and down. Are you sure that didn't touch the shot clock? That'd be out of bounds if it did. That counts. It's a 3-pointer. 23-12. On the other side, 3 left wing for Krause is no good. Rebound batted out. Rescued in the corner by Fuller. Gets it to Krause on the wing. Skip it right side for Corum. Up top for Krause. Left side, Fuller's got a wide open 3 left wing. Short. Long rebound, though, out to Krause. Krause down the right side to the wing. Corum tries a 3. Off, no good, and Caldwell's going to get it. And over the back call here. I cannot believe that 3 ended up going down for Knipe. It hit the rim, it was well short. It went up, hit the top of the backboard. I thought maybe it might have hit the shot clock. Officials did not think so, and it fell right back through the bucket, and now they're showing 4 fouls for Hunter Caldwell. I only have her with 3. Team foul number 4. Now both of Ottumwa's post players are out. Cameron Pauls has checked in. Ottumwa's gone small here because they have to. Down to Knight. Turnaround off the block. Too strong. Weak side rebound to Kraus. Bulldogs want to run. Now Camden brings it top of the key. Right corner for Corum. To the wing for Pauls. Pauls drives in, kicks it to Corum. Right wing 3, left her open. Off the rim, no. Ottumwa's getting good looks, they're just not dropping. Rebound to Johnson, up ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins slows it up after getting across the timeline. Left side for Sargent. Drives underneath, got to the rim, laid it in. Boy, Ottumwa's just giving up too many dribble drives to Sargent in this quarter. 25-12, suddenly Ottumwa down 13. Right corner for Pauls. To the wing for Kraus, left side Fuller. Fuller drives in, pull-up shot blocked in the lane, rebound to Fort Madison. Here comes Sargent again, racing through the midcourt circle. Goes left side. Got to take away that left hand. There she goes again into the lane, off the glass and good. That's just too easy, and Ottumwa wants a timeout. 27-12. Now it says 25-14. We'll double check that. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball brought to you by Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, your local pediatric provider. Mercy One Ottumwa, your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org. The scoreboard says Ottumwa's trailing Fort Madison 25-14. By my count, it should be 27-12. I think they gave that last, yep, now they fixed it, 27-12. They accidentally gave the last Fort Madison bucket to Ottumwa. 27-12 was the correct score. And Ottumwa's got to do a better job of recognizing that Ireland Sargent's good with the left hand. They just let her drive to the hoop too many times this quarter. Ottumwa's got the ball right now. Paul's on the right wing. Down to the baseline, knocked away from Fuller and out of bounds. Riley Yeager is going to come back in and replace Pauls. A lot of foul trouble for Ottumwa. Yeager's playing with 3. Morgan's on the bench with 4. Caldwell's on the bench. I thought she had 3. The scoreboard said 4. Inbounds comes to Camden Kraus, who's playing with 2. Right side to Yeager. To the baseline, Fuller. Back to Yeager, right wing. Dribbles to the elbow, kicks it left wing to Heinbaugh towards the corner. Kraus down to the baseline, Fuller. Pass underneath, knocked away and stolen. Ottumwa just can't get it inside against the zone. Jenkins into the front court, right side. Behind the back dribble. Kicks it back to Sargent on the right wing. Sargent around to pick. Kick it left wing for Knipe. Knipe crosses over. Pull up 2-point set shot from 15 feet, no good. And getting over the back on Fort Madison, Taylor Johnson just got her 4th foul. Team foul number 5. Still 1:09 to go third quarter, and that's as many as 4 players with 4 fouls. Johnson will check out, and Hallie Menke, the 5'11" freshman, checks in. Ottumwa down 15, 1:05 to go third quarter. Ball goes left side for Heinbaugh, back up top to Kraus. Drives right side, kick it on the wing. Fuller will try another 3. Too short. Boy, Ottumwa's shooting touch has not been good tonight, and as the loose ball was secured underneath by Knipe, a bump is called on Heinbaugh. I don't know how Heinbaugh can knock Knipe over given the size difference, but Heinbaugh gets her 3rd, team foul number 5 on Ottumwa. Now Jenkins dribbles across the timeline, guarded by Fuller. Fort Madison's best returning player, Camille Cruz, went out with 4 fouls when it was an 8-point game. And Fort Madison has gone on a 7-0 run since then. Turnaround shot by Menke, blocked by Yeager. Last touch by Knipe goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Ottumwa. Cameron Pauls checks in, replacing Maya Fuller. 28.1 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Ottumwa down 27-12. Would like to at least end the third quarter on a high note. Pass deflected right side. Pauls gets it. Up top to Kraus. Left wing to Yeager up high. Dribbles down the lane. Puts up the tough runner. Off the glass. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Sargent. 10 seconds to go. Sargent racing into the front court. Slows up across the timeline. Now accelerates. Cut off nicely by Heinball that time. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Down to the baseline. And a bump foul with 0.8 of a second is called on Heinball, who just got her 4th. Team foul number 6, so no free throws here. But another Bulldog with 4 fouls, and Ottumwa's starting to run out of players they can take off the floor with 4 fouls. Jenkins trying to get it in. They need to go underneath. They throw it up top to nobody in particular. The clock ran out, but nobody touched the ball yet, so they're going to have to do this again. So they need to put 0.8 of a second back on the clock.
0.8 seconds still left in the quarter.
And Fort Madison, who'd basically thrown it away, will get another chance to run this inbounds play because the scoreboard operator ran the clock when the ball hadn't been touched. Jenkins got it to Sargent, off the glass, no, and Ottumwa dodges the bullet. 1 minute, we're back in the fourth quarter. Ottumwa down 27-12 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Start of the fourth quarter, Ottumwa needs to find its offense. They're down 27-12 to Fort Madison here in the season opener. Fuller, left side of the lane, kick it out to Yeager. Up top, Corum. Right side to Kraus. Kraus, one dribble, had it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Sargent. Boy, Sargent's been the real difference maker in this run by Fort Madison. Had 7 points in that third quarter, and just Ottumwa couldn't keep her out of the lane. Kraus right side to Fuller. Or pardon me, to Yeager. Picked up her dribble in the corner, gets it to Morgan, who's playing with 4 fouls. Up top, Corum, left side, Kraus. Shot fake and a drive and a foul, and that'll send Kraus to the line for a 1-and-1. Or it should. No, it's only team foul number 6.
Fouls number 11, Molly Knight, her second.
Molly Knipe got her second.
16.
Now Kraus will inbound from the baseline. Into the corner, Morgan, left side to the wing, Fuller. And they call Morgan for an illegal screen, and Nelly just fouled out of the game. Well, it looked like Knipe was trying to push through Morgan. Morgan maybe pushed back, and they always catch the second person. So Nellie Morgan fouls out at the 7:26 mark of the fourth quarter. And Hunter Caldwell back on the floor, and again, I only had Caldwell with 3 fouls, but the scoreboard showed 4 when she went out of the game in the third quarter. Diana Davis gets the inbounds pass into the front court to Sargent to the right side of the lane for Knipe, and a travel called as the pressure was applied by Yeager. So Ottumwa forces a turnover and gets it back. Still 27-12. Ottumwa still facing their biggest deficit, but again, 1 run and you're back in this. Just got to get some shots to drop, but Ottumwa hasn't had many good shots tonight. Yeager back to Corum, left side. A good look at a 3. Off the rim, no. Just that. They've got open 3s tonight. They're just not falling. Right side is Jenkins. Backs away towards midcourt, now to the right, finds Davis. Double team comes, and oh boy, there was a quick whistle there as Corum brought the double team. It's only the first one on Corum, but it's team foul number 7, and that will send the freshman Diana Davis to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Davis at the line for Fort Madison.
6:49 to go. Davis, a right-handed shooter, makes the first, her first point of the night, 28-12. This to make it a 29-12 lead, but it's no good, and the long rebound run down by Camden Kraus. 28-12. Kraus left side for Corum. To the baseline, Caldwell, underneath the Fuller, back to Caldwell, to Corum, up top to Yeager, right side to Kraus. Down to the baseline for Caldwell again, triple teamed, trying to pivot, had it just ripped out of her hands by Davis, but then Fuller knocked it loose, and Yeager's got the loose ball to the left elbow. Skip it right side for Kraus. Down to the baseline, cut off, pivots, gets it out to Fuller right wing. Davis reaching in, Fuller got around her, had it knocked away up top, Corum, left side Yeager. And Briley fouled as she tried to drive. A lot of whistles tonight. Knipe gets her third, and now it's a 1-and-1 for Ottumwa. Team foul number 7 on Fort Madison. Yeager at the line was 3 for 9. Didn't have many opportunities last year from the free throw line. A 1-and-1 here, and her first one in and out. That was just like her three-pointer in the first half. Briley cannot buy a break tonight. Rebound to Fort Madison. Long pass into the front court, right side for Jenkins. Into the corner, Davis. Lob underneath for Knipe. Turnaround shot no good. Batted the rebound. Yeager tried to save it, but it's out of bounds. Camille Cruz and Taylor Johnson back in for Fort Madison. Both of them coming back in with 4 fouls at the 5:55 mark. And Fort Madison leading by 16. Cruz will throw the inbounds pass. To the right corner, Jenkins back underneath the Cruz, backing down on Fuller. Turnaround hook shot, short. Caldwell had the rebound. Sargent came flying in and will give her a tie-up. Boy, a lot of contact there, no foul. Riley Heinbaugh coming back in for Ottumwa, replacing Olivia Corum. Heinbaugh playing with 4 fouls.
Heinbaugh back in for the Bulldogs.
Jenkins to throw the inbounds pass. Got it to the block for Sargent. Turnaround, scoop shot in the lane, no good, and the rebound to Kraus. Here come the Dogs. Long pass up ahead, left side to Fuller. Underneath the Caldwell, layup, no. Got her own rebound and got fouled on the floor. She'll shoot a 1-and-1. And who's this one on? One is on Sargent, her third. Team foul number 8 on the Bloodhounds with 5:34 to go. Caldwell at the line, 55% on the season last year. First one here, good. She missed one in the first half, now 1 for 2. Has her first point of the night. Ottumwa was finally on the board in the fourth quarter, 28-13. One more free throw here for the tall sophomore, and she made them both. Well, it's a step in the right direction, 28-14. Clock started prematurely there. And that'll allow Fort Madison to get Molly Knipe back on the floor, replacing the freshman Hallie Menke. Inbound to Sargent, back to Cruz, and her pass back to Sargent, stolen by Kraus. Kraus one-on-one with Cruz, hesitation, pivots, kicks it out to Yeager. Yeager down the lane, little runner, short, rebound, Heinbaugh underneath. Had it ripped out of her hands, but a foul called first. If that's on Cruz, she's done. No, it's on Molly Knipe, her fourth. So 3 starters with 4 fouls on the floor now for Fort Madison. I don't know, maybe Ottumwa finds a way to get them all out of the game in the next couple of minutes and goes on a run. Heinbaugh shooting a 1-and-1, makes the first. That one was pure. She was only 1 of 7 from the line last year, but she makes her first one look easy tonight. Second one for the lefty. Got them both. Boy, she's worked on that free throw stroke. 6 for Heinbaugh. 28-16. Dogs back within 12. Long pass into the front court was too tall for Jenkins. Yeager tried to get to it but could only deflect it out of bounds. Fort Madison maybe leaking a little oil here. Let's see if Ottumwa can turn up the pressure. Although you got to be careful here with all the fouls being called, and an inbounds pass knocked away out of bounds on the baseline by Yeager as they tried to lob it into Cruz. Now Jenkins will inbound from the baseline. Ottumwa can't get lost underneath and give up a layup here. They clear the lane. Now they get it to Cruz on the baseline. Into the corner for Jenkins. Back to Cruz. Got some congestion underneath. They go up top to Knipe. Shot fake. Get it back to Cruz. 18 on the shot clock. Fort Madison should probably be slowing the game down here. Sargent between the circles. Dribbles to the right. Jump pass to the corner for Knipe. Back up to Jenkins. Back to Knipe. 5 on the shot clock. Down underneath to Johnson. And fouled by Yeager. She tried to go up. And Briley Yeager just got her 4th, if my count is correct.
Fouls on 24, Briley Yeager, her 4th.
Already had one player, Nellie Morgan, foul out of this game. 2 shots here for Johnson. Got the first one to go. Johnson now 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Has 2 points, 29-16. Second free throw too strong, and the rebound to Heinbaugh. Long pass into the front court for Krause. Catches it with her back to Sargent. Now gets it up top to Heinbaugh. Left side Yeager. Back to Krause. To the right side Heinbaugh. Thought about a baseline drive. Didn't do it. Goes right wing to Yeager. Yeager back to the corner Heinbaugh. 15 on the shot clock. Back to the wing Krause. Down to the corner. Dribbled herself open for a 3. Count it! Camden Krause with another 3-pointer. Brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Dogs within 10. 4:10 to go. 29-19. Left side Cruz. Down the lane. Right-handed runner. No. Another rebound for Krause. Bulldogs want to run. They've got numbers if they hustle. But Krause has to pull up on the right side. Kick it across the lane to Heinbaugh. In the corner Fuller to the wing Yeager. Drives in the lane. Little runner. Got the roll that time. 29-21, 8-point game, 3:50 to go. Timeout Fort Madison with 3:49. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball brought to you by Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency plumbing services, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Roto-Rooter Ottumwa, your specialists in plumbing and water cleanup. 3:49 to go. Ottumwa was down as many as 16 in this game. They're back within 8, 29-21. Bulldogs with a little 1-2-2 pressure here. See if they can force Fort Madison into another mistake. Sargent, right side to Cruz in the backcourt. Across the timeline back to Sargent, to the wing Jenkins. Jenkins backing away from Heinbaugh. Goes around, not much of a pick by Johnson. Picked up her dribble up high, gets it to Knipe, who comes and rescues it. Left side to Sargent. She'll try a 3. Off the rim, no. Another rebound to Heinbaugh. Here come the Dogs. Up ahead to Krause, has to rescue it left side. Now drives into the lane, got a little runner off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Knipe with another rebound. She's got a lot of them tonight. Cruz into the front court. Boy, that would have been big. Would have made it a 6-point game. Cruz around a pick, cut off at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Sargent, curls down the right side. Out to Johnson. Long 2-point jumpers, an air ball, and the rebound to Heinbaugh. That's probably not the shot Fort Madison wanted. Up ahead to Fuller left side. Underneath the Caldwell got open off the glass and good. 6-point game. Caldwell's got 4 points, 29-23. Sargent lobs it to Cruz. Dribbles to midcourt, across the timeline right side to Jenkins, to the corner Johnson. Back to Jenkins, 2:40 to go. 2-possession game all of a sudden. Knocked out of Sargent's hands by Krause. And it's out of bounds, and it'll stay with Fort Madison. 2:33 to go. Cruz to throw the inbounds pass. Lob into the backcourt, tough catch by Sargent. Dropped to her knees, but kept her dribble. Sargent across the timeline. Krause trying to pressure without fouling. Into the lane, Sargent, a runner, no. Rebound, Knipe fighting for it. Couldn't get a shot off, lost it, and Yeager's got it. Yeager around Sargent into the front court. Drives in, kicks it right corner to Fuller, and Ottumwa's got a reset here. Throw it up top for Krause. 2:10 to go. Heinbach into the corner. Yeager, a shot fake. Dribbles to the left side, or to the wing, gets it up top to Krause, right side to Fuller. Back to Krause. 2 minutes to go. Krause tries a three, off the rim, no. Rebound batted, and unable to save it was Caldwell. It's out of bounds. Back to Fort Madison. Maybe not quite the shot Ottumwa wanted there. Krause had a little bit of daylight, but not really in rhythm. Sargent back to Cruz. Ottumwa still that soft 1-2-2 pressure, looking to trap if they can, but Cruz gets it across the timeline. Jenkins, a baseline drive, tried to feed it underneath to Johnson. Johnson lost it, but managed to tap it out to Cruz right wing. Minute 40 to go. 20 on the shot clock. Fort Madison hasn't really been trying to bleed that shot clock here in the fourth quarter. Sargent, lob it left wing for Knipe. Back up top to Sargent, right wing to Cruz. Down to the baseline, Jenkins. Underneath to Johnson. Double team, had it stripped. We get a held ball, and the arrow favors Ottumwa as Briley Yeager gets it back for Ottumwa. Minute 25 to go. Hallie Menke will check in for Fort Madison. They want a timeout first, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. We specialize in geriatrics, internal medicine, family practice, and we see patients of all ages. We have an entire pediatrics team ready to serve you year-round. We also have quick care walk-in available Monday through Friday from 7 to 5. From babies to grandparents and everything in between, we are here for you at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercy1.org.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you by Family First Chiropractic on West 2nd Street, Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure their clients receive the best results as fast as possible. Ottumwa ball down 6, 1:25 to go. Fort Madison 29, Ottumwa 23. Bulldogs by far having their best quarter of the night. Can they hit a few more shots and come all the way back? Camden Krause into the front court. Fort Madison in a 2-3 zone. Right side to Yeager, knocked out of her hands by Sargent, but Yeager got it back. Now driving in, and a bump foul is called on Sargent with a minute 15 to go. Team foul number 10 on Fort Madison. And that's the fourth, I believe, on Ireland Sargent. It is, so 4 starters for Fort Madison. Knipe, Johnson, Sargent, and Cruz have 4 fouls each. Yeager shooting 2. First one, a line drive that was too strong. Riley now 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Still 29-23. Bulldogs have been better in the second half from the line. They need this one. In and out again. Boy, that's happened 3 times to Yeager. Twice on free throws, once on a three-pointer. Cruz into the front court, double team, lob it to the corner, Jenkins. Back to Cruz. Pressured by Fuller. They don't want her to foul yet. Still 20 on the shot clock. Under a minute to go in the game. Jenkins, right side to Cruz. Dribbles left. Oh, and a ticky-tack, a nickel and dimer on Yeager, and Riley just fouled out of the game, I believe. So Yeager fouls out at the 52-second mark. Ends her night with 4 points. Cruz shooting 2, missed the first. It's a double bonus. Cruz now 2 for 5 from the line. Still 29-23. Ottumwa's got a box out here. Second free throw, good. Didn't matter. Timeout Ottumwa, down 30-23. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you by Lisco, Southeast Iowa's leader in fiber optic telecommunications, Lisco of Fairfield. Ottumwa down 30-23, 52.1 seconds to go. At this point, Ottumwa's got to get a quick shot off. And even though if they do make or miss, there'll still be a shot clock running. The Bulldogs are down 7. It's a 3-possession game. They're going to have to foul and hope for Madison misses some free throws. And again, a clock issue as the ball is rolled in. So they'll restart this play as Ottumwa's trying to roll it to midcourt to save time. Should be 52.1 still on the clock. Still waiting for the clock to be reset. That'll allow Fort Madison's going to put a defender up there and not let Ottumwa roll it in. So again, Ottumwa is disadvantaged by the clock having started incorrectly. Now they get it inbound against pressure to Kraus, races into the front court. And boy, that was a reach in from behind, no call. Kick it right wing, Fuller for 3, back iron, no. Corum the rebound on the weak side. Got it up top to Fuller. Bulldogs got to go quick. Pass knocked out of bounds by Sargent into the scorer's table. 37.9 seconds to go. Boy, Jenkins about mugged Kraus from behind there at the top of the key before the Fuller 3. They didn't bother calling it. Now Heinbaugh trying to get it in, gets it up top to Corum. Left side to Fuller. Underneath to Caldwell. Turnaround off the glass and good. Timeout Ottumwa. 30.8 seconds to go. 5-point game, 30-25. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
.8 seconds to go. Ottumwa within 5. Fort Madison inbounding. They get it in to Sargent. Lob it ahead to Knipe. Ottumwa's got to commit a foul here, but they get it underneath, and the layup good and the foul. Oh, they're going to call an intentional foul on Heinbaugh, who just fouled out. That is an unnecessary call intentional. Heinbaugh didn't hit her that hard. And Heinbaugh's 5'5", and Menke is 5'11". It's not like Heinbaugh was really going to jump up and get her hand up high enough to block that shot. And Heinbaugh fouls out of the game with 6 points. Free throw good for Menke. I don't like calling that intentional. I really don't. Inbounds by Fort Madison, knocked out of bounds by Kraus. 33-25. Ottumwa's still battling here, but really their inability to either get a foul or keep Fort Madison from getting it underneath their 5'11 freshman put Ottumwa in a bad spot there. Fuller trying to steal it away from Cruz, gets called for a foul. That's only Maya's first. Cruz back at the line where she's 3 of 6 on the night. Boy, Ottumwa might still lose this game by double digits, and that wouldn't really reflect how close they made this here in the fourth quarter. Cruz misses the first. Still 33-25. One more free throw for the senior, and she got it. She's 1 of 2 every time she's gone to the line tonight. 34-25. Cross into the front court, right corner for Cameron Pauls. Pauls drives in, throws it up top, rescued by Kraus, 8 seconds. Right side to Fuller. Underneath, knocked away from Caldwell and stolen, and Fort Madison can dribble it out. Final score, Fort Madison 34 and Ottumwa 25. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and wrap up the night on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new Bowler Entertainment System.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time to Evans Middle School, where your Ottumwa girls open the season with a hard-fought loss to Fort Madison, 34-25. The Bulldogs were down 15-7 at the half, trailed by as many as 16 in the second half, cut the deficit all the way to 5 with about 30 seconds left, but could get no closer. Scoring for Ottumwa tonight, Camden Krause led the Bulldogs with 9 points. Riley Heinbaugh had 6. Hunter Caldwell had 6. And Briley Yeager had 4. For Fort Madison, Molly Knipe led the Bloodhounds with 9. Camille Cruz had 8. 7 for Ireland Sargent. And her 7 points in the third quarter really led that surge that put Fort Madison up by 16 and made that deficit just a little too big. Hallie Menke had 4 in her first varsity game. Igelin Jenkins had 3. Taylor Johnson had 2. And Deanna Davis had 1. Both teams 50% from the line tonight. Ottumwa 7 of 14. For Madison 12 of 24. The Bulldogs start 0-1. The Bloodhounds are 1-0. So our next broadcast of Ottumwa High basketball comes up 1 week from tonight. It's another girls game. We'll be on the road at Mount Pleasant. A 7:30 tip from Mount Pleasant next Monday night. So we're on the air right around 7:15 here on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight: Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, William Penn University, Reflection Studio, Mercy One Ottumwa, Roto-Rooter, Family First Chiropractic, Lee's Photography, Champion Bowl, Citizens Mutual, Mike's Pizza, Meridian Credit Union, Lisco, Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa, and Sonic Drive-In. Big thank you to Bulldog head coach Joe Vandenberg for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Carmen Pratt, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Basketball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you next Monday night when the Bulldog girls play at Mount Pleasant. Until then, good night, everybody.